What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another This Ain't No Mod overview. Listen, this is a gameplay video. I just want to share with you guys my gameplay and kind of give you guys I don't know, some insight on how I play my game and what's been going on in my game in my main save. So let's call this Miss Money's main save file. Let's play thingamajigger I don't know, but I thought I'd just give it a shot this go around, and why the heck not kind of try something new. And I feel like sometimes I'm not really good at I guess like playing and storytelling at the same time, because I get really distracted. But I think, you know, practice makes perfect, so I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna try to just get more comfortable in talking. And if you guys feel like I talk too much or I'm rambling too much, do what you do. If you want to stick around, kind of listen to what I got to say with my sim stories, then I suggest you to stick around. All right. Okay, so this is like a 3 last name family. I don't know how to say it, but my main sim that I have been playing with, and I've actually been playing with her since, I want to say I've been playing with Miss Jamie since like March. So I did a enlist in war mod video, and I featured this family, and I featured this same sim, Miss Jamie Jefferson. Her maiden name is Jamie Fenton. Now, Miss Jamie and I did talk briefly about how she, trigger warning, went through a relationship, and she actually became addicted to alcohol, and she was addicted to drugs, and she had a miscarriage at one point. But that was like in sim years ago. Okay? Now she's much older now, and she has a loving husband, Mr. Zenarius Jefferson. She has a loving husband now. She's been through like 3 failed relationships, but she found her knight in shining armor through Zenarius, and he just really swept her off her feet. And he's in the military, and Jamie is in the business field, and she just loves what she does. She, prior to my previous save crashing and burning via the university patch update, Jamie had 2 different businesses going on. She had a cafe, and then she had a restaurant in Strangerville. So she was really on the top of her game. Now she doesn't have those two I guess up and running businesses, but she is still in the business career, and my girl Jamie is a go-getter. Okay, so Jamie had a cousin, and her cousin name was Bria. So Bria Fenton Cole was younger than Jamie, and actually Bria had our lovely JaKayla. So JaKayla is actually adopted. JaKayla was adopted by Zenarius and Jamie. So JaKayla is actually Jamie's cousin. Now I talked about this a little bit in my enlist in war mod video, so I'm just kind of reiterating that JaKayla is adopted. She considers Jamie and Zenarius as her parents, so she calls Jamie and Zenarius mom and dad. She has distant memories of her mother, like when she was like a toddler or whatever, but she doesn't know her mom like that. She's always wanted to, I guess, find her mom, but she feels like her mom kind of abandoned her. So she has like this resentment, but she also has this, I wonder where my mom is, and does she love me, and why did she give me up, and why did she choose another man over me? She knows that Jamie is her mother / big cousin in a sense, but she's like, okay, where else do my roots come from? Who is my father? Because JaKayla doesn't know who her father is. Jamie Zenarius has had 3 biological children. Those biological children are this teenager, this child, and our Brittany over here. So the teenager right here, this is Cameron Jefferson. Cameron Jefferson, he just turned into a teenager. He's, starting to get to know himself. He's playing sports in school or whatever, pretty low key. He doesn't really get into any trouble. He knows that his father, Zenarius, is very strict, and oh my gosh, they look so much alike. Oh my goodness, it is crazy. He knows that his father is very strict, so he doesn't even try it. He's not a hothead or anything like that. He's like, I know my father be tripping sometimes, so I'm not even finna go try to even go there. But Cameron is a very, very, very good boy. He is about his books. He does what he needs to do. He comes home and he's even wondering, maybe I should enlist in the military as well, like my father. Maybe I want to follow in the footsteps of my father. But I feel like as Cameron gets older, he might change his mind as far as, what he wants to do in life. And then we have Brandon. Brandon and Brittany are twins. And so, again, if you would have watched my Enlist in War mod, you would have seen Brandon and Brittany. They were born the day that Zenarius went off to serve in the war. So our dear JaKayla has actually been suspended from college. So she is suspended from college. She's suspended because she cheated on several of her homework assignments and she got caught. And so she's been suspended for 5 days. She has 4 days left until she can re-enroll. And since she got suspended, she was living on campus, but she's been kicked out of the dorms, of course. And now she's back living with her parents. Now, JaKayla, whenever JaKayla came home, of course, Zenarius, or her dad, was furious with her. He's like, are you serious right now, JaKayla? Are you serious right now? You got kicked out of school for cheating? We did not raise you like this. So Zenarius was just so angry with JaKayla, and Jamie also was very, very upset with JaKayla, but now they're kind of over it. They're like, you know what? You're a young adult now. It's time for you to start making decisions that are best for you and your best interests. You need to get your act together. You need to get a job, and you need to hurry up and re-enroll into university. It's ASAP, because you're not going to be laying around here. You're either going to go back to school or you're going to re-enroll into university. And if you re-enroll into university, we will not be paying for your tuition. You're going to have to work. Because what she was doing was she was taking out loans, and she was taking out loans or whatever on her parents' behalf, actually, because her parents, at the end of the day, were going to be helping her pay back those loans. Because, and even Jamie has been saving up for all of her kids. Jamie has been saving up money since jump for her kids. She has $4,500 saved up in the SIM National Bank, to give to her children, to jumpstart them whenever they go off to college or whatever the case may be. But Jamie and Zenarius really have been talking amongst themselves, unbeknownst to JaKayla. They've been talking amongst themselves, and they've been thinking, like, you know what? I think it's time for JaKayla to find her own place. Like, she needs to be an adult. We've coddled her, and we've gave her this easy life. We gave her, everything that she wants on a silver platter. I think it's time for her to grow up. Like, there's nothing wrong with JaKayla. JaKayla is a really good girl, but I think this last semester, she didn't take it as serious as she needs to. And also, another thing that's really got JaKayla, I think, like her head's not on straight, is the fact that she has had this ongoing relationship with this guy right here named Marcel Solomon. So Marcel Solomon is her childhood best friend. Like, they've been best friends since they were kids. And when they turned teenagers or whatever, they started flirting and stuff like that. JaKayla realized, like, hey, I like you more than just a friend. You know, you've known me practically since I was a little kid. But at the same time, Marcel, he was not trying to take JaKayla seriously like that, because he, you know, he just thought that she was just, you know, just her home girl or whatever that he's grown up with. He was really just confused about how he truly felt about JaKayla, and he was afraid. But as you know, as you can see, they're neighbors, there's her boyfriend, they're best friends, and they're soulmates. At one point, Marcel was actually kind of just stringing JaKayla along because he was not sure of his own feelings. He wasn't being very direct with his feelings. And so JaKayla was like, you know what? If you're not going to show any interest in me, then honey, I'm about to get ready to go off to university, and I'm pretty sure there's plenty of guys there that would love to get with me, that would love to show me more attention, and, you know, would give me the time of the day. And so JaKayla went off to college without talking to Marcel. And once she went off to college, Marcel was like, oh no, I've got to get my girl back. He realized then how much he really truly missed her. At that point, he went to her dorm room and he confessed his feelings to her. And yeah, he took her out on a date and everything. And since then, you know, they've been canoodling. Marcel even took her virginity, and yeah, so it was really special. And she even had like a scare when she was at university. She actually, so the day that she and Marcel decided to woohoo for the first time, I kid you not, Zenarius, which is JaKayla's father, he came to her dorm room. And if you follow me on Twitter, you'll see these pictures. He came to her dorm room, and oh my gosh, y'all, I was like, what the hell? Like, they had just finished woohooing, and then Zenarius popped up, and then, oh my goodness, Jamie, which is the mom, she popped up at the dorm room too. And she, you know, they was like, whoa, what the heck is your boyfriend doing here? Like, what's really going on? And so when her parents showed up, that's when he left. Like, bird, dude, what is you doing? I was kind of scared because I thought that she was pregnant, because I had Wicked Whims installed at the time, and there's a, you know, a lower percent chance that there's a slight chance that your Sims can get pregnant, you know, just by basically woohooing or whatever. And so I had JaKayla to take a pregnancy test, and thank the Sim gods that she was not pregnant. So, you know, we didn't have to worry about that. But so as time went on or whatever, and JaKayla entered in her junior year of school, she actually met another guy, another roommate. So one of her roommates was James. So this fella right here. So James was her dorm mate, and they had got to kicking it, and they had studied together and all kinds of stuff like that. And she started to develop feelings for James. And James is really funny. She feels like she can be herself around him. He's just really goofy. He's a more sort of big guy, and James is not really her typical guy that she would get with like that. And, you know, it's kind of surprised her that she really likes this guy, and he likes her too, but they won't speak on it. They refuse to speak on it. Like, it's like an awkward thing. Like, anybody else could tell that, hey, y'all like each other, but they refuse to acknowledge it. So it's just like really weird. And so even though she isn't madly in love with Marcel, she also knows that Marcel is really a selfish guy. Like, he's really selfish, because like the first go around when he was ignoring her, he was ignoring her and not paying her no mind, you know, that kind of let her know that, I don't know if Marcel really, you know, if something were to happen, like, will he be there for me? Like, will he care about me? Like, or does he just care about his own self? And I mean, mind you, they live right across the street from one another. Like, Marcel lives literally right here. She's just wondering, like, will this relationship last long? Like, she doesn't know. And she's wondering, like, should I act on these feelings that I have for James? Like, she can't ignore it. So in the meantime, while she's here at her parents' house, she's just we're going to find her a job. In the meantime, we're going to find her a part-time job, and we're going to get her to make some money and save up some money, and we're going to have her to apply for some scholarships to see if we can get her a scholarship or something like that, because school ain't cheap, and I'm pretty sure she's racked up probably roughly $20,000 in student loans already. But you know, of course, like I said, her parents are going to help her with her college tuition, but Jamie and Zenarius are really ready to have JaKayla to venture out on her own. Like, it's time for her to leave the nest. Basically, it's time for her to leave the nest and become a responsible adult. Like, they already have 3 other children that they need to care for. And JaKayla is just like, you know what I'm saying, thinking that her parents will be able to save her and do everything for her, when that's definitely not going to be the case. If you guys want to see more of Miss JaKayla and her adventures, if you want to see how her relationship with her boyfriend pans out, if you want to see more of this family, let me know and I'll continue this. And I hope you guys enjoyed this little chill session. It's nothing too serious or whatever. I just wanted to share my gameplay with you guys. Anyways, until next time, bye.